Ah, இது. Yes, good morning. In cell biology class today, we are going to discuss about the structure of plasma membrane. In short, we call it as membrane structure. Plasma membrane is the outermost protective covering of any living cell. It is present in all plant cell, animal cell, bacterial cell, and every living organism has plasma membrane except virus. In plant cells, it is additionally covered by cell wall, and in bacteria you have bacterial cell wall, and fungus you have fungal cell wall, whereas in animal cells you have only the plasma membrane as the outermost protective covering. This plasma membrane is made up of lipids and proteins, but the way in which proteins and lipids are organized in plasma membrane has been explained by the model called fluid mosaic model, which was put forth by two scientists, namely Singer and Nicholson. Yes, fluid mosaic model of membrane contends that membranes are consist of phospholipids, which are arranged in bilayers, and globular proteins inserted in the lipid bilayer. Overall, membranes have four components. They are phospholipid layer, transmembrane proteins, interior protein network, and cell surface marker. If you see this diagram, this is nothing but a lipid molecule. See here, this particular one head-like and two leg-like structure. You have to come from the right to the left. The globular structure, which is given, the last one has been represented by that red-colored ones there. If you see the structure of a lipid, it has a glycerol molecule which has 3 carbon. To the first and second carbon there are fatty acids attached, and whereas in the third carbon phosphate moiety is attached. Addition of phosphate moiety gives its hydrophilicity, and we call it as hydrophilic head, and long chain of hydrocarbons represented by fatty acids give hydrophobicity, and they are called non-polar ends. So a lipid molecule, a phospholipid molecule, has a hydrophilic head and a hydrophobic tail, and they are arranged like this. Membrane structures has been studied by electron microscope, and to be more precise, transmission electron microscopes can show 2 layers of membrane. To see the image of a membrane under transmission electron microscope, you have to pre-prepare it, and that technique is called freeze fracturing technique. This phospholipid consists of a glycerol, which is a 3-carbon polyalcohol that acts as a backbone of the phospholipid, which has 2 fatty acids attached, one phosphate attached to the glycerol group. Fatty acids are non-polar chains, and they owe to the hydrophobicity, whereas phosphate group is responsible for the hydrophilicity. The partial hydrophilic and partial hydrophobic phospholipid spontaneously forms a bilayer. When there are 2 lipids components formed, the hydrophobic tails come near, and the hydrophobic tails, because the cell interior of the cell and exterior of the cell will have water molecule, phosphates are facing towards that. This gives a buoyancy to the molecule, so we call it as fluid. Why is it called mosaic? See here, if you see the structure of this is a bilayer in which a lot of protein molecules are impregnated here and there. This molecule give the appearance of mosaic, whereas this fluid layers give you the buoyancy. That's why it's called fluid mosaic model. These membrane proteins, which are anchored to the phospholipid layer, one layer of if the proteins are attached to one layer of the membrane, it's called peripheral proteins. These peripheral proteins are free to move throughout the one layer of the bilayer. See here? Whereas integral proteins are proteins that are present or spanning across both the layers of lipids, and they protrude on both sides of the lipid layer. See here? And such things are called transmembrane proteins. See here? Membrane proteins have specific secondary structures, namely beta pleated sheets and so on. This is the structure of a transmembrane protein present in. Yes, stop it.